back to the Daily Grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Bellator officially announced their opening round of their heavyweight title Grand Prix, and they did it bracket style, which is fun because we get to do exactly what we're doing here. We get to make our own predictions and see how far our brackets go. Now, this is going to be interesting, this is going to be fun because it's a heavyweight title tournament, and some of these guys have never fought at heavyweight, some of these guys are middleweight, some of these guys are light heavyweights, some of these guys are heavyweights past their prime. One thing I have to say before we get into my bracket is if Shane Carwin gets in this tournament, all bets are off. I'm picking Shane Carwin to take the whole tournament. That being said, there has been talks of King Muhammad Lawal maybe having an injury and needing a replacement, so it could either be Rory McDonald or Shane Carwin. Makes a lot more sense to be Shane Carwin since this is a heavyweight title tournament and Rory McDonald's never fought at 185, let alone fucking heavyweight. So with that being said, if Shane Carwin enters this tournament, I will be doing a new bracket. But if the 8 participants announced remain, these guys you see on the screen, then this is where my bracket's gonna go. Now, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do all of that. I was gonna say, should I fucking, I was gonna say, should I just fucking like take my time and like keep you guys in suspense and go through and X them off throughout the video? Nah. This ain't that serious. So you guys probably see where my bracket is, but let me explain. That's what I'll do. You guys see all my predictions, so that means you see I got Ryan Bader winning at the end. But let me tell you how we get to that conclusion. First, we start off on the left side. We start off January 20th with Rampage Jackson versus Chael Sonnen. And in that fight, I got Chael Sonnen. We know Rampage Jackson doesn't like fighting wrestlers. We know he does. He has to change his entire fighting style when he's fighting a wrestler. He's got to sit back and try and avoid takedowns, so he's not able to just go out there and swing and bang like he likes to. So, with that being said, Rampage Jackson is coming off of a loss to King Muhammad Lawal, another wrestler. And Chael Sonnen, even though this is at heavyweight, Chael Sonnen's fought at 205 before, and Rampage Jackson, I mean, his last fights were to King Muhammad Lawal and Satoshi Ishii. I forgot the guy's name. I watched both of those fights, but either way, we know Rampage Jackson's weak. You know, his weakness is wrestlers. If Rampage Jackson has a weakness, it's when somebody gets him down and he's got to get up all night. And even if you listen to when he heard about this being announced, he didn't sound too enthused. So I'm picking Chael Sonnen to come in there and get the job done. Now we got Fedor versus Frank Mir. Damn, I didn't know who to pick in this one, for real. I gotta admit, man, I really got to admit, I really don't know who to pick in this fight, but this is a bracket and we're having fun, so I'm picking the last Emperor to somehow get the job done. Fedor and, you know, Fedor versus Chael Sonnen, we almost had this fight before, you know, getting to the semifinals. We almost had Fedor versus Chael Sonnen. Whenever Fedor needed a short notice opponent because Matt Mitrione got kidney stones, Sonnen threw his name in the hat like, hey, I'll fight Fedor. So Chael Sonnen might be getting his wish in here if Fedor can get past Frank Mir. I mean, we haven't seen Frank Mir since he was suspended by USADA, and this fight's not going to be happening until April. It's going to be the last of the fights. Frank Mir's going to be coming off of his suspension and he's going to be fighting Fedor. Man, this one's hard for me to call. I'm telling you, I kind of want to go with Frank Mir, but I just got to go with Fedor, man. I don't know why. I just feel like the Emperor's going to make a run in this tournament, and if Fedor can get past Frank Mir, I mean, he's been more active than Frank Mir, you know what I'm saying, lately, because Frank Mir's been suspended. So, and didn't Frank Mir, if I'm not mistaken, lose his last fight to Mark Hunt? I don't remember. It's been a while since we've seen Frank Mir fight. But with that being said, I'm picking Fedor. We're going to get Fedor versus Chael Sonnen, as crazy as it sounds, in the semifinals. I mean, it doesn't matter, though. I really wanted to see Fedor versus Rampage, you know, like old school Pride style. But I don't know if Rampage is going to be able to get Chael. I mean, I don't know how any of these fights are going to go. The other side of the bracket was a lot easier for me than this side. I mean, Rampage versus Chael, literally, if Rampage touches Chael, we can see him go down. Who was it? Vanderlei Silva just dropped Chael Sonnen in his last fight. If Rampage drops you, and just keeping up on, you know, just looking at Rampage's social media a couple of times, you see he's already training. So if Rampage really wants to win this heavyweight tournament and trains hard, gets in great shape, I mean, he said something about his thyroid in one of his last videos. Ariel Helwani, somebody said he was looking fat, and he said he's got like thyroid issues, so that's why he was fat. I don't know, but if he can fucking really get into shape and get in fight shape, he could probably beat Chael Sonnen if he touches him. But a lot of things have to add up. He's got to, really put his mind to it. So with that, I'm taking Chael Sonnen to beat Rampage, even though I would love to see Rampage versus Fedor. I just gotta go with the wrestler, man, because I know that, you know what I'm saying. Chael Sonnen, he just wrestled up Vanderlei. Vanderlei caught him, but then he got wrestled up. So that could happen here. If Rampage don't catch him, he's probably going to get wrestled up. Chael Sonnen's going to fight Fedor, and in that fight, I got Fedor. I just think he might be just a little too big. I mean, if anything, it's going to be fucking... Fedor's going to be a big dude in there. It's going to be a legitimate heavyweight versus Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen's got a chance. I just don't know, man. I don't know how that fight's going to go. I've never thought I was going to see Fedor versus fucking Chael Sonnen in my life. But if we have it, I'm picking Fedor to get to the finals of the tournament. People are like, oh my God. I've seen some people say it would be so crazy if Fedor could fucking win this tournament. I don't know where that would be insane. But I don't think he's going to win the tournament. As you see there, I got Ryan Bader. But first, let's move to the other side of the bracket. Starting off in the opening round, the second fight of the tournament is going to be in February. Matt Mitrione versus Roy Nelson. I'm taking Matt Mitrione. I mean, I love Roy Nelson. He's a cool fighter. Who was it that he fought in his Bellator debut? Javi Ayala. Javi Ayala put on a show, boy. I'm telling you, Matt Mitrione, though, I mean, he's got to win over Fedor. He's athletic. I mean, Roy Nelson, all of these fights, man, when you look at them, these are some good first round matchups. It was really kind of... None of these fights were just steals for me. None of them were just like shoe-ins, except for maybe Ryan Bader, King Mo, because King Mo's been battling injuries and all of this stuff. And honestly, I don't know much about King Mo. I know he's like pro wrestling and Bellator fights. I know King Mo's a respected name and all of that stuff, but I know he's just the little bit of that I do know about King Mo. He's had to pull out of some injuries and stuff like that since I've been paying attention to Bellator. So and Ryan Bader's the current light heavyweight champion. Come on, man, it's fucking Ryan Bader. I'm picking Ryan Bader. He's on like a 4-fight winning streak, knocked out 2 dudes in the UFC before coming to fucking Bellator, and then now he's beat a couple more dudes. Light heavyweight champion Ryan Bader. Now, Ryan Bader versus Matt Mitrione. That's going to be a fun fight, a tough fight. It's going to be hard for Ryan Bader to win this fight because Matt Mitrione's a legitimate heavyweight, athletic heavyweight. So it's going to be really hard for Ryan Bader to get this win. He's going to have to, probably use his hands and his fucking wrestling. He can't just use either or here, in my opinion, because wrestling against just a bigger dude, that's not a good strategy. Just straight wrestling in your hands. I mean, this is a bigger dude, so you don't just want to trade with this big ass dude. His hits are probably coming a little harder, so Ryan Bader's probably going to have to mix it up. But if he can, I think he can get the job done. Where I'm thinking Ryan Bader could really be the light heavyweight and the heavyweight champion of Bellator. He's only 34 years old. He's like fucking 34-5. I don't know. He's got a good record. He's on a 4-fight win streak, man. And I just believe a lot of these people in this tournament are maybe a little bit past their prime, and most of them aren't legitimate heavyweights. So now to win this tournament, Ryan Bader's going to have to beat some legitimate heavyweights, Matt Mitrione and Fedor Emelianenko. But I believe he might be able to get the job done, man. Matt Mitrione, he's looked good in Bellator, got the win over Fedor, but at the same time, it was like a double knockout. He just got back up quicker and got to the punch quicker. And then I seen him fight that fucking like light-skinned dude with the beard. What's his name? Ali Thompson or something. In that fight, that dude dropped Matt Mitrione. Matt Mitrione got like saved by the bell, saved by the ref or something. But he really got lucky that he almost lost that fight by knockout, but he came back and got the job done. Now, he still got the size advantage over Ryan Bader we've already talked about, but I'm picking Ryan Bader to get the job done. Then Ryan Bader's going to be taking on fucking Fedor. Fedor, who if he gets past Frank Mir, it's hard for me to see him not being able to get past Ryan Bader, man. Fedor could win this tournament. Fedor could win this tournament versus Ryan Bader, but Fedor, he's 42 years old, and it would be great to see Fedor go out on top or even become the Bellator. Oh my God, what if Fedor became the Bellator heavyweight champion? That would be so dope. Wow, I don't know. I don't know how much Fedor's got left in him, though. I mean, just his last few fights, people have been asking, you going to retire? You know, he's only fought like 2 times since 2012, and then, hey, you're going to retire now, you're going to retire now. And, you know, it's always like, no, you know, he's going to keep going, but you have to wonder, is he going to fight 3 fights this year, and then he's going to become the heavyweight champion and then go on to defend, or he's already 42 years old coming into this, so it's like, man, I don't know what's going on. His first fight's going to be in April. Second fight is probably going to be a little bit shorter than that. I don't know, man. I'm picking Ryan Bader to come in here and fucking shock the world and become the Bellator 2-weight champion, heavyweight and light heavyweight. And that sounds crazy to me. Ryan Bader, the Bellator, man, fuck, man. It's, you know what? You know what, you guys might, all of this, I was talking Ryan Bader. I might be switching my pick here. Man. That's fucking Fedor, but Ryan Bader's on a tear. Ryan Bader might be in his prime. He'll be on a 6-fight winning streak. He'll beat a fucking heavyweight in Matt Mitrione. Goddamn. Alright, hard fight. I don't know. I'm going with Ryan Bader, man. This whole tournament is really shenanigans, so it is what it is. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys' brackets. Let the full-time family know what the fuck you type at in the comments. I'm out, and I know somebody's gonna, oh, this fucking bracket's stupid. Shut up. Where's your bracket at? Where they at, though? Now, I'm out.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.